So, Taylor, welcome to Mexico once again. I mean, you had a very strong season with McLaren last season. You were basically rookie of the year. Now you are in a new environment. You are with a very well established driver in Maximilian. How do you feel uh, coming into this season? What challenge do you want to beat throughout the year?
Yeah, of course. I have now a year of experience, so a little bit less pressure than last year. I feel at least. Um, yeah, how I feel coming into this weekend. The preparation's been good. Brazil was not quite the race that we wanted, so I think we've made some improvements. It's going to be better. Of course, having Max as a teammate, he's very experienced. He won 2 races last year, so our pairing is quite strong. And with the team, it's feeling good so far. So yeah, no complaints.
And I mean, with all due respect, Penske is not known for winning basically a lot of races. And now coming you here, do you think you are gonna be able to take all the package of your team to the top step of the podium? Well, maybe not here, maybe here, but throughout the year as well as you continue to adapt.
I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could win. So for sure, yeah.
And one last question. I mean, of course, there's a lot of Formula 2 drivers that decide to come here to Formula E over other racing series, like, for example, Indy, IMSA, or something like that. Uh, what do you think is the factor that Formula E has over the rest of the racing series that, of course, are in Formula One because of the lack of opportunities?
I think Formula E is very inclusive. They try to include the drivers in many different things. The racing's obviously a lot tighter as well, which is why I came here. I think the racing's super fun. For other guys, obviously, I can't speak for everybody else, but I think it's a good opportunity for young drivers.
All right, thank you so much, Taylor.
Igual de último a primero en 2017, 2019 que le robaste a Pascal en la línea de meta en la victoria. ¿Qué tiene este circuito que te sientes tan cómodo en él?
No, me gusta mucho el circuito de México, yo he tenido ups and downs, ¿no? Yo he tenido resultados buenos y no tan buenos. La primera carrera de la generación 3 también, con la pole position, el podio acá con la Mahindra, sale muy bien. Hemos hecho bastante.
Y bueno, llegamos a 150 carreras. Tú has estado compitiendo en 149 porque una no la pudiste arrancar. ¿Cómo has visto la Fórmula E? Pues tú fuiste de los que empezaron a desarrollar el monoplaza. ¿Qué sientes ver todo lo grande, lo masivo que se ha hecho la Fórmula E?
Yo soy muy contento y muy orgulloso de que la categoría está llegando en 150 carreras.
Y por supuesto, obviamente tú eres de Brasil, de Sao Paulo, desde la temporada 1 se veían los rumores de que iban a ir a Río o así. ¿Cómo te sientes de que finalmente ya Sao Paulo está establecido en el calendario y que es una carrera que no se va a ir pronto?
Muy bien para nosotros, para ver la carrera de Sao Paulo, muy importante.
Que lo voltees.
Habemos luchado mucho por 10 años para ver una carrera en Brasil, y que estoy muy contento de ver la carrera.
Y ya por último, obviamente Lola, nueva estructura, nuevo equipo, tomaron un año para adaptarse y ya este año ya están más establecidos, ya se insumó un punto. ¿Cuáles son tus expectativas para lo que queda de este año?
Expectativa de hacer puntos consistentemente, ver el pace bueno. Al momento precisamos trabajar.
¿Y crees que en alguna carrera puedan pelear por un podio?
Sí, vamos a luchar para eso.
Muchas gracias, Lucas.
You, of course, won the championship in 2024, and in 2025, you were in the battle. Do you think that Porsche will be carrying that momentum into next year, especially with a new teammate, a new dynamic, like a new team dynamic for you?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've already proven that with the pole position in Sao Paulo. A very strong race there. I think we would have both have a good shot at the win. A double podium for the team was possible in Sao Paulo without that safety car. I think we have all the ingredients to have another strong season. This year is obviously a tough season for the whole team, for everyone, because we are not only racing in the Gen 3, but also we are preparing for the Gen 4, and we are in the testing phase there. The team is in the middle of developing that car and going to the track testing. So we are going back to back from a race weekend to a test in Spain, for example, next week, and then we go back to Miami, and It's a lot of work for the team. So yeah, we need to stay fit, stay healthy, and stay in good shape. That we are successful in the last season of Gen 3, but also then have a good start into the Gen 4.
Couple of months back, how do you feel about being here in Mexico? What's your experience that you have been for the last 4 years here in this part of the world?
Well, the city and the people, all positive. I haven't had the best luck at this track and this event in the past few years, but I think I'm looking forward to this one. I think we understand the car a lot better than we did this time last year, and I'm more confident in the car. So I think, looking forward to it. Should be positive.
Yeah, and last year, of course, your win, long overdue. You finally seem to, manage to take the team to the top step. What was the factor that maybe the structure lacked before, and how do you manage to, patch it to be able to fight for tops?
Yeah, well, we lacked before the Kiro takeover. We were the smallest team on the grid with no money and the worst powertrain. So it would have been virtually impossible to win a race with what we had. But last year, it took a little while to understand the car and me and the team to get the most out of it. But once we did, the results started to come, podium and a win. And so I think we have a pretty strong package, and hopefully we can build on that this year.
Yeah, and I mean, there was a lot of talk of your destination for this season. Of course, you chose to stay Kiro. Why is that?
That's a big topic. I think Porsche wanted stability. I think, I won't get too deep into that one. But I think they made a mistake. But maybe I speak too much for them.
Welcome to Mexico City. I mean, you're finally in a top team after spending, part of your career having those sparks of good results in midfield machinery. How do you feel now that you are in a, factory structure, and how do you feel for this season?
Good, man. I mean, grateful, to be in this this opportunity, basically, with a great team. To be a Porsche factory driver, I think is a boy's dream when you are, trying to find your way in this world of motorsports. So super happy, super proud, and looking forward to try and make the most of the opportunity.
And I mean, of course, you are one of the few drivers in this grid that shares their commitments with the World Endurance Championship. How hard or how easy is it for you to, mix those two categories, and especially with different teams?
I mean, this year I'm not planning to do a full second championship, so it's a bit different. We have the development of the Gen 4 car ongoing at the same time, so it keeps us very busy, with the racing, and then in between the pretty intense testing weeks. We don't have much spare time, so at the moment that's where the focus lies.
And now, talking about this racetrack this weekend, Mexico City, what is the biggest challenge for, at least from your perspective, for a driver around this circuit?
I think you have to be extremely precise with your driving around here. It's a pretty short track. Grip is quite low also because of the air density that we have up here, basically. So, you really need to be super clean with your driving, and I think that's what makes the difference at the end.
Thank you very much, Nico. Good luck.
Yeah.